The stage is set here at the Wildcat Sanctuary for some summertime fun. Of course, what is a summer at the Wildcat Sanctuary without it being pool season? And we've set up a live post today where we're hoping the Tiger Trio is going to take a big old dip in their pool. You can see we put some of their big cat toys lining the pool's edge, along with some blood sickles for the boys to enjoy on this hot day. And looking forward to the Tiger Trio enjoying themselves and everyone enjoying watching them enjoy themselves. Hey Sue, thanks for joining us. G'day Stephen from Sydney, Australia. Oh, look at this. I was too busy looking at the comments and I see the brothers have already joined the party. That's Mr. Zeke, who came up first and is licking away at a blood sickle. That's his brother Dimitri, hopping up on the platform, looks like to enjoy another blood sickle. And Mr. Griffen's moseying on down to join his brothers as well. Welcome everyone, pool time, exclaims Lori Heath. You couldn't say it any better, Lori. You're tuned into the Wildcat Sanctuary, and it is pool time for the Tiger Trio. Hey Linda, thanks for joining us. Linda says, always up for pool parties. Hear to that, Linda. Hey, Julie, thanks for joining us. Hey, Pandora, good afternoon to you, too. Looks like these boys need to enjoy a cold beverage before they dip into the pool. Everybody's settled down on an individual blood sickle. And those blood sickles are fun little kind of big cat popsicles, if you will, that we like giving our residents during the summer months. Caretakers will collect juices, blood, things like that, and actually freeze it into a little circle or puck, and it's just an awesome little treat for our cats to enjoy. So you see those blood sickles our residents will enjoy during the summer months. Obviously pools like this, we're making sure our residents have extra shade structure as we kind of heat up here. 90 degrees this weekend as we look at the forecast, so holy cow, things went from pretty mild here in Minnesota to quite warm. And obviously here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, we're prepared for it. And Zeke has broken the ice and is in the pool and just took a nice dip. He's going to taste the water, make sure it's at the right temperature. Happy to have you all here. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining us, that's 1, 2, 3 Tigers, the infamous Tiger Trio, Zeke, Dimitri, and Griffen, enjoying themselves here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. A little pool time for these big cat residents. Christine says, blood sickles for the win. You're right about that. You can see, we know that these guys love their pool. We know the Tiger Trio loves their pool, but they need to stop and make sure that not one blood sickle is left before they enjoy their pool time. That's Mr. Zeke up front. I don't know if the microphone's that big, but you can actually hear the rasps of their tongue. So just like your domestic cat has that coarse tongue, our big cat residents have the exact same thing, but it's actually even more coarse, as you can imagine. And you can always hear the rasps of their tongue from quite a distance away. It really gives you some perspective as to how kind of intense that piece of big cat equipment is that they have. Always love looking through the comments. I love all the hellos. I love all the excitement about Mr. Zeke dipping into the pool. We're hoping once they finish up their blood sickles, there'll be a little more wet tigers in this live post. But I see Griffen and Dimitri and Zeke. Misha, where'd Griffen wander off to?
Under that perch just to check things out.
He's like, oh, there he is in the back. I didn't see Mr. Griffen there. Tara Richard is asking, how old are they? So the Tiger Trio are all three brothers. Dimitri, Zeke, and Griffen. I'm looking back at Misha here. I know that they're I want to say in their early teens, maybe 12, 13, 14 at max.
I was gonna say 12, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, so I'll have to refer to my age list back at my desk. Obviously, at TWS, we're home to over 100 residents here at the sanctuary, and obviously the numbers and ages can get a little bit jumbled, so we'll be sure to go back and check our list here. But our boys, these boys here are, some of the younger cats that we have. I know that many of our followers know and now understand that TWS really caters to a lot of geriatric residents or special needs residents. We're happy to be able to partake in a rescue where these boys, along with about 100 other big cats, were rehomed from a breeding facility in Denver, Denver, Colorado, just Colorado itself. And so those boys were a part of that rescue. And then obviously these guys are just a great example of the happy, healthy tigers that we have. And unfortunately, we also have tigers that are still happy, but maybe not as healthy as they could have been because of the way that they were treated in their former life. See, some people are saying hello to you, Misha. It's always great to appreciate our caretaking staff.
Well, the appreciation goes both ways. I couldn't do what I'm doing here without their support, so right back at them.
Exactly. I'm going to get a different angle on the enjoying of blood sickles here. Misha, you guys did a great job making these blood sickles, because it seems like that's about the cat's pajamas today. The pool can wait, apparently. Looking through the comments here. Happy to see everyone's enjoying themselves. See someone asking, are these Priya's boys? Priya would be their mother. She's down at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. That is correct. And TWS is also home to the aunt of this trio, and that would be the lovely Pandora, the tigress. Welcome all if you're just joining us. It's quite the nice summer afternoon here at the Wildcat Sanctuary, and we have 3 of our rescued residents, the Tiger Trio, enjoying themselves. Everybody's found their own blood sickle. That's Dimitri up on the platform, Mr. Zeke on the edge of his pool, and we got the pool freshly filled up. Misha was in there with another caretaker doing some cleaning and tidying up their habitat, and then you can see we've arranged all of their favorite toys around the edge of their pool. But cats will be cats, and if there's any type of edible option on the menu, it looks like they're gonna focus on that. But hey, that's why we make the blood sickles in the first place, is for the cats to enjoy, and it's great to see that the trio's doing exactly that.
Zeke's just got the back of his tail just dipped in the water, so he's enjoying the best of both worlds. But
yeah, that's a good way to put it. He's looks like Zeke is testing the water temperature in the back there.
They're pretty focused on these virgin Bloody Marys, if you will.
yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. The virgin blood sickle. We'll look through some more comments while these boys are enjoying themselves. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us, Leopold. Susan Mensa saying it's a gorgeous family. You're right about that. These 3 brothers are absolutely spectacular. And it's always nice, to kind of understand the distinguishing features between every one of these cats. And so Mr. Zeke, who we have in the frame now, he's kind of the lightest colored of his brothers, and he's also going to be the most dominant of the 3. So he's typically easy to identify because he's going to be the first one to come up to the habitat wall and greet you and chuff to you and say hello. And then you have Dimitri, who is a little bit more darker colored, or kind of rustier colored is how I describe it. And he's also got a little bit more of a wider ruff, but not as wide as a ruff as his brother Griffen. And in my opinion, that's the best way to identify Griffen, is he's got that big ruff, and the ruff is going to be kind of that hair on their cheeks that creates the roundness of the face.
Judson, another feature that the caretakers revert to is looking at the noses and just the markings on the nose, because sometimes with these cats, that's just about the only thing that's different. And I find with Dimitri, he's got black spatterings all over his nose, so I remember Dirty Dimitri has a bit of a dirtier nose in that regard. And then Griffen, who looks fairly similar to him, a much cleaner nose. And that's how I keep these boys straight, because it is pretty easy to get confused with them.
That's a good tool to use, definitely. Thank you for that, Misha. What do you think? Did you lick it all to smithereens, Mr. Zeke? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's still there. Looks like your brother licked his to pieces, though. Hey, Barbara, thanks for joining us. Glad you can have some fun with us in the Tiger Trio. Everybody's enjoying their blood sickles, Misha. I'm happy they're enjoying their blood sickles. I was hoping for a little bit more pool time, but nonetheless, we're still enjoying ourselves.
I could have picked smaller blood sickles. That is true.
And while we're on the topic of blood sickles, we have all types of blood sickles, shapes and sizes. We have little muffin tins that we'll fill up and make blood sickles out of. So we have the more kind of hockey puck sized ones that'll go out to our servals and our smaller residents like our bobcats. And then obviously we have the larger blood sickles, which these boys have received. As you can see, they can stand up to the test of a tiger, lapping on them for about 10 minutes now. And those are made in just a large aluminum bowl, just like you would fill up for your dog, and makes a big old blood sickle for these boys to enjoy, and we're so happy about it. Seems like Griffin's just more so wanting to take in the weather of this beautiful day. I think he's behind the platform, hanging out. And if you saw our post on Facebook earlier, we made an update on tigress Cali. We know that ever since her surgery about 20 days ago in mid-May, where it was an emergency surgery where she was brought down to the AERC to remove an 8-pound mass on her uterus. We know that a lot of you were keeping Cali in your thoughts and also supporting Cali's journey down to that expensive trip to the AERC. And we're happy to report that Cali is officially fully recovered. You guys saw the post earlier today. She's back out in her habitat. I went over and spent some time with her. She gave me a chuff from her tall platform and just continue observing her surroundings. So happy to hear that she's doing well and is back out in her free roaming habitat. And we're looking forward to bringing her to you on a live post so everyone can receive her chuffs of love in person, and also so Cali can show her thanks to you for all that you've done for her. So look forward to spending time with Miss Tigress Cali early this week, and just give one more celebration about how thankful we are that she's all right, and that mass was indeed benign.
We got a live update from Griffen. He was just flipped over on his back, belly to the sky, hamming it up. Pretty passed out until I walked up, so he's doing just fine right now.
That's good. We'll walk over and we'll say hi to Griffen, since Zeke and Dimitri have really been taking up the spotlight on this post so far. But we'll go and say hi to Griffen, and then I think we'll conclude that live post. The summer is young, so don't you worry, folks. We'll have ourselves a good pool party here soon enough. I think the Tiger Trio had their own little pool party in their own right, drinking lapping up their blood sickles by poolside. I mean, hey, that's how some people do enjoy the pool, is they might not even go in it. They just want to do all the types of things that go along with relaxing poolside. There's Mr. Griffen. You can see that ruff I was talking about, how long that fur is around his cheeks and jowls. Yay, Cali! You're right about that, Lauren Elizabeth. Barbara saying, yay, that's wonderful. She must be 100% better now. Yes, Barbara, she does. And one way that we can tell that is Cali's always been a little particular about having neighbors. And to see her getting access to her habitat and being a little bit more assertive about her neighbors, Marcus and Winona, who are right on the other side of her. It was kind of good to see her come back into her own and kind of remind us of the Cali that she is. Awesome to see all the well wishes about Miss Cali. It's never ceases to amaze me how much you guys truly care and support our 100 plus residents here at TWS. It's truly amazing, and we're so fortunate for it. All right, Mr. Griffen, you look just about as majestic as a tiger can get. You can see that wind moving that beautiful lush growth in the background, his kind of hair blowing in the breeze. Very picturesque, Mr. Griffen, so I think we'll leave it at that. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves today. A little bit of a quote-unquote pool party with the Tiger Trio. They wanted to enjoy their blood sickles, but nonetheless, it was great spending time with them and great spending time with you, our amazing TWS supporters. But for now, I hope everyone has a great rest of their Tuesday. Looks like Griffin's going to come and give Mr. Misha a chuff here. That's a chuffs of love to all you out there as well. Thank you everyone for tuning in today, and we'll see you on a live post soon. Bye, Mr. Griffen. You goofball.